Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. That's Nettie Liddell.
And that's Brett Chapin.
We're talking to Sara J. Stuckey of Gypsy at the West Coast Ensemble and Caught at the Zephyr Theater. For information on Caught, you can go to caughttheplay.com. For information on Gypsy at the West Coast Ensemble, you can go to westcoastensemble.org, or to buy tickets, give them a call at 323-655-0108. And you just opened Gypsy last night.
Last night.
Wow. Goodness. How did it go? How was it?
Oh, my God. It went fantastic. This cast is amazing. It's a huge cast.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 23, 24 people. And we're feeling a little crammed into this the Theater of Arts arena stage, which used to be the Egyptian Theater arena stage. So, so it's a nice little intimate 99-seat theater, and right in the heart of Hollywood. But the show it's such an incredible show to see. I mean, Jan Sheldrick, who plays Mama Rose, she's amazing to watch her, and I love watching any show that she does. Any role she plays it always makes me cry. So she's fantastic. And Stephanie Renee Wall, she's amazing as Louise. Seriously, you guys, I mean, don't just take my word for it. Please come see the show, because
Who do you play?
I play Tessitura, the Texas twirler.
Ooh.
Yes.
Sounds like you're having a lot of fun with that.
Oh. And Tessie is a burlesque stripper. Yeah.
You heard it here on CRN Digital Talk.
But I understand this isn't your first time playing a stripper.
No, it's not. But let me just make something a little bit clear.
Yeah.
The first time I did it was for The Graduate. We did a production of The Graduate at West Coast Ensemble a couple years ago, and it was just one of those random things where they said, "Hey, we've got this role, and if it doesn't bother you, kind of stripping down to like, it's almost about wearing like a bikini, you won't take it completely off. Would you be open to doing that? Because it could be a really fun role." And I was like, "Well, sure." And then I read the play. I don't know why I always read it after. I don't know why I do that.
I love it.
It's terrible, but and they said. I read it, and it said that she twirls these tassels, and I had this strange moment where maybe even about a year and a half prior, a roommate that I had said, "Oh, I took this burlesque class, and I learned how to twirl tassels. I want to show you how to do it because it's really, really easy." And so we were standing in my kitchen, not naked, totally like clothed. We're standing in our kitchen, and she showed me how to do it. And I won't tell you on the radio; you just got to see the show. But it was something I was able to like basically pull out of a hat, and it's those actors' tricks that you keep like, and when am I ever going to need to know how to do this? And voila, there it was. I had to learn how to twirl tassels, or I had to do it on stage, and I did. So then when the role of Tessie came up, I was like, I just wanted to do it because it's my theater company, and I wanted to audition and just, hey, if there's a spot for me, great. And it was part of their vision to maybe have one or all or part or something of all the burlesque strippers. Maybe some of them have some twirling going on, and knowing that I was a member, and they were like, "Well, you're auditioning, right?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, we'll see what happens." And showed up, auditioned, and they said, "We'd like you to play Tessie," and I said, "Sure."
It's all about those little skills. Sometimes those little skills can get you work.
Isn't that crazy? Because in Caught, you play Darlene, who is like a Southern Baptist,
much more straight-laced. Yeah.
Oh gosh, like a whole exact. That's what's so amazing about being an actor.
That's what I love about it. Is you can be anyone, anything, and you get to live so many different lives, and that becomes your life, which I love. So. Yeah.
It's an amazing thing. I think we're very lucky to work in the entertainment industry. It's a gift. It really is.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's a blessing.
Yes.
I mean, when you find something that you love to do, and you find that you're not too bad at it, not too shabby at it, you start exploring with that more, and start excavating into that world and that life, and you start to find your niche, and then another little corner of that niche, and it's exciting, it's fun, and it's not for everybody. It's a tough road to hoe, but it's a fun, wonderful field to be in, and I'm just so blessed that it's been able to take root in the way that it has, even in just the last couple of years. So,
And what would you say to somebody that's considering going down that road and getting into the entertainment industry? Would you give them any particular advice? What advice would you give them?
Shut up and watch. Shut up and listen. Yeah, I mean, like you got to pay attention to what other people are doing around you and observe. And you know, I liken it to driver's ed. 2/3 of the time you're sitting in the car while somebody else is driving, and you're observing the mistakes and successes that they make. You know, shut up and let somebody else drive a little bit. And once you get an idea of what works and what doesn't, try it. If it doesn't work, try something else. Be safe. Be smart, study, but love it. If you don't love it, if you don't love any part of it, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes.
Best advice ever.
Yeah. It really has to be something that's in your heart.
You'd be so dumb to get into it if you don't love it with every.
Well, and that goes for any profession, really. You know, I mean, if you absolutely love garbage collecting, I mean, not to sound terrible about it, but if that's something that you're really passionate about and you want to do it and make a difference with that, dive in, jump in with both feet, and do it with all your heart. Do it with all your heart. So.
And when you do something like that with all your heart, it usually works out. If you're putting your heart into something, it usually works out well.
It totally does. Everything aligns. The stars align, the planets align, the opportunities align, and doors open.
That's what it's about. That's what we're here for.
It's true.
Well, we're going to talk to you a little bit more about Caught and Gypsy and a couple of other things that are interesting about Sarah J. Stuckey right here on La La Land with Brett and Nettie on CRN Digital Talk. We'll be back, guys.
They say the women treat you fine on Broadway. Looking at them just gives me the blues.
Hi, I'm Larry.